I'm afraid it doesn't work. I'm afraid you can't see it, huh? Let's park here. Just check if everything is running. Yeah, I'm just trying to launch the app in the what's called the landscape mode, but I'm not sure if it's really pushing the stream, and just see some black screen over there. Maybe it doesn't work, or maybe it does. So if you see something, please let me know in the command section. I'm afraid. Hey, are you super? Can you see the hey live? Can you see the video? I'm going to pick strawberries later today. I just feel that the video isn't coming through. Merry Christmas! Oh, you see it? Ah! Oh my God! So it's just everything is working properly. That is great to hear. Yeah, so it's Christmas evening. Christmas evening in the US. Right now it's already Christmas morning here. It's about 9 a.m. I'm on the way to the more south of Taiwan, actually more the middle. Yeah, and my plan is, I also did that last year, is go to a strawberry farm, and basically they have two options. Option one is to just to buy strawberries, but because I've been in the strawberry business, so to say, for some, I think about 10 years. I started when I was 12 years old. And I really like to collect them myself. It's just a kind of memory for me to go back in time. That's one. And second, it's just also kind of a relaxing experience. Hopefully the video quality is not that bad, and that it's how it's in landscape mode. I just try it, but I just feel it's quite challenging in order to start the stream. But I'm really happy that it works, that we are live. Yeah, so for the strawberry farm, it's not super close. It's about 1 hour away from here. The weather here in the north is very cloudy, so I thought it's a good Christmas activity. Yeah, it's still a working day actually. So I also brought my laptop. So later I need to take care of some activities, have some meetings, or not some, one meeting. But that's great that you can do that if you just have your laptop. Yeah, picking strawberries. I've seen a lot of different options right now for strawberries. But what I like the most is the strawberries that they put in the real sand, so in the ground, the real ground, not in those, how do you call that? Those hanging plants, because usually with the fertilizer, it just doesn't taste that full. Is the full shebang. I thought about starting some music, but by accident I switched on the multicasting feature, So that means we cannot have the music, because otherwise the Google server will cancel us. It's just really a little bit annoying, but I do understand. But it's a little bit annoying. Ah, what kind of fruits were you picking live? I always say live because that is your first name according to
turn right onto the ramp.
Turn onto the ramp. Where's the ramp? Freeway ramp. Maybe. Yeah, there we are. Yesterday evening, I thought about, okay, how to celebrate the Christmas evening. I thought about going to the church, but because not only the church, but actually a lot of people are a little bit afraid of the coronavirus. So there's 1 or 2 cases now of the coronavirus here in the whole of Taiwan, but they might have that specific person might affect or has already affected also other people, and I prefer just to wait for a couple of days what is going on instead of attending inside events with a lot of people. Yeah, aquaponics, Betty. That is actually something that is super interesting. And you have 2 kinds of ponics. You have the aquaponics, and you also have hydroponics. Yeah, the taste isn't that good. Yeah, especially because the ground has a certain kind of taste. It's similar like wine. If you taste a Burgundy wine, and if you close your eyes and you have either the white or red Burgundy wine, and if you close your eyes, you will smell and you will try the wine. And if you go back, or if you go to Burgundy and you take that soil and you close your eyes again and just smell that soil, oh my God, you really feel those 2 products are linked. And of course they are. It's super interesting, this flavor, this aromas, and that is exactly with the hydroponics and the aquaponics. I just screw them up, because the aquaponics, I think that's the one with the fish, huh? They took your wine bottle. Oh, that's so unfair. Yeah, the natural soil gives that flavor, and that is also what I feel, that the soil flavor here in Taiwan is so completely different than from the Netherlands, and also from Spain, for example, because we have a lot of, in the Netherlands, we have a lot of strawberries from Spain. They're also not that delicious. So I think from that point of view, whether you are talking about grapes or strawberries, the taste is really connected to the local, the local soil. So I'm now taking the highway. Actually, I just realized right now that I pass the house of MJ later. I didn't tell him I was going, or I planned to go to pick up the strawberries, because I just decided that this morning, because it's a kind of a holiday. A lot of things are, of course, stopped in the West, and in the south here in Taiwan, you have much more sunshine, and the weather is usually much better compared to the north in the winter. So I thought I will treat myself on this, this road trip, this mini road trip. Yeah. So, but because go back to the Christmas evening. So I didn't go to the church to celebrate. So I thought, what about driving in the high mountains near the Taipei area and have a cup of tea? So it was like 9:30 p.m. and I arrived there, had a cup of tea with a beautiful view over the Taipei city with all the beautiful lights. Unfortunately, my camera is not that strong. I mean, light sensitive enough in order to pick up the beautiful lights, but I could see the 101 building. But I definitely want to go back there again when you have more clear skies and with a proper camera. Oh, life. You're clueless about soils. Actually, you should just try all kinds of wines from different soils, and then you know. Actually, that would be interesting, for not only wine tasting, that they also, if you buy the wine, you also can buy the soil with it. So if you open up this small bag, this small sample of soil, you close your eyes, open up the bag, you definitely will, especially with the Burgundy wines, you can smell this kind of sulfury flavor. Maybe it doesn't sound that that aromatic, doesn't sound that good, but actually it really is. The soil from the Burgundy looks a little bit red, and it smells, sulfurish, what I mentioned, and also a little bit chalk. It's difficult to describe that kind of flavors. I'm sure if you're in the world of the wines, they have all kinds of super beautiful words for that, but yeah, I think you can just pick up your own word that you feel might be the right word that's connected to the feeling and to the smell you have. So now it's 9 a.m. here, so that means it is 8 o'clock Eastern time. I'm not that sure. So for the people who are watching, please let me know if you can see this in a landscape mode or portrait mode, and if you see this in a Periscope or another app, or 910 in Philly. Yeah. Muscadine grapes. I don't know those. Muscadine sounds a little bit like Muscat, like the sweet wines. Yeah, so I was driving yesterday in the middle of the, not night, but in the evening to this mountain area, and it was not that busy, but oh my God, some people drive really like they are on drugs or so fast. It's pretty dangerous, especially if they have 2 or 3 cars, and then the first car just brakes or has to brake, and then the second or the third one almost just hits them. Portrait on Habs. I don't know why it's a portrait on Habs. Definitely should have a look at it, because it is in a landscape mode now. But John Hall mentioned that you have the possibility to switch to portrait or landscape mode before you start the you start the screen. Yeah. So what are the plans for you guys in during the Christmas evening and the Christmas? Because I feel if you put it will switch. Yeah, but I'm broadcasting now from the Habs live studio, and if you use the Habs live studio right now, it's on the landscape mode, and everything works on landscape, but it doesn't push the stream in in the landscape mode. And that is a setting. Before you go live, you need to choose that, but I couldn't find that setting. And I agree, like I would expect the phone would automatically know that we are in the landscape mode because we are in landscape mode. Doesn't matter. Hey Dean, welcome. Welcome to HAPS. Welcome to Taiwan. I'm going to the Miaoli area, which is the strawberry area. I call the strawberry street because it's quite fun. You see that more often here in Asia, that there's some area and then they're very good in that, in a certain kind of crop or a certain kind of business, and they just have like a lot of those kind of businesses in the same street, whether it's strawberry or electronics or fashion or another example, furniture. It's all just very nearby. I mean, it helps the competition. Oh, Huko. I just see here an option to go to Huko. So later we will pass by the MJ house. Maybe he can see the stream later. I also want to connect to Jevons again. I didn't see or spoke with him for a long time. That is, I think, with a Periscope, it makes it so more easy to connect with other people. And yesterday I was live with Mike, Swiss Mike, which was kind of fun. Together with Bobby, and Bobby from California was inviting us to be in the stream. And it's interesting to see how even people who have no experience with live streaming just can start a stream, which is, oh, we need to keep right at the 4. So we go to the elevated, what they call elevated route. Yeah, so there are 2 levels. I'm not sure if you can see that, but we can choose between the ground level and the elevated level. And the elevated level is more like a fast track. Doesn't have that many exits. Yeah, so the Bobby was starting this live stream, and so I just mentioned it's so interesting to see that it's so easy to not only set up a live stream but also to invite other people to it. My only big complaint still for the apps, that is, it's a complaint. Is that a complaint? Yes, it is a complaint. It's the audio quality. I'm using right now, I don't want to say professional, but semi-professional gear. And I just feel that the audio quality is different from Periscope, in the sense that it's just more, and not, how to call it, less compressed or more compressed. Yeah, Dean, I also drove in Austin a couple of years ago because we had some customers over there. So driving from Houston to Dallas to Austin, San Antonio. Yeah, that's. But in Austin there are so much people. I mean, not in Austin, but in that region. I think it's called the Golden Triangle. The maximum speed actually here is 100 kilometers an hour, which is not that fast. Yeah, it's an underwater voice. Yeah, and I'm not underwater. It just feels, that's also what I said to Mike yesterday, we go back in time for 6 or 7 years. And we are so used right now with a good quality live streaming, both video and audio, using Prism, that actually I will use Prism later maybe. You know, I feel you get so spoiled. In miles it's about 60, maybe 65. So it's not that fast. If you compare that to like in Germany, you can drive whatever you want. Of course, in the city areas, they have some speed limits. Fides, welcome. What is cooking? What is cooking? Actually, strawberries. It's my strawberry day. So I'm driving to the strawberry field right now. I didn't check. That's actually pretty stupid to check if they have strawberries. Otherwise, I'm just spending more than 1 hour driving a car going to a strawberry area, but there are no strawberries. But I assume usually in the winter time they have strawberries, that they are ready to be picked up and ready to be collected by me. And in my apartment, I have a guard who's taking care of the packages and saying hi to me and all kinds of other things. And I have 3 guards, so I think maybe I should bring some strawberries for them as well. So, hey Nancy, Merry Christmas. Also to you, Fides. So it feels like I really have some special gift for them. Yeah, so I'm not on a really holiday. I just feel like a kind of a field trip. And as I mentioned, I just have my laptop and a phone with me because later I have to have one meeting and need to take care of some other packages that will arrive. And in Taiwan, there's much more paperwork that you have to take care of. But doesn't really matter for me at this very moment. But I'm sure if we are receiving more packages for the activities that we are right now going to start here in Taiwan, that I need to have like an assistant, preferably somebody who also speaks Chinese. Not preferably, I think that is a requirement. That's definitely a requirement, yeah. And because a lot of things I need to translate, or from Chinese to English, and the other way around does not work so well. So, yeah. But I have to say, because right now we have the Google Translate, it's so cool, so easy actually relatively easy to translate documents. Yeah, so Christmas evening in the US. I thought about driving to the strawberry fields in the very early morning, like around 7. But I thought, if I go there at 7, I will be there too early, and probably I might end up in like a traffic jam. So I just changed my plan. Fides, you like to talk about food? Me too. The Taiwanese or the Netherlands food. So actually, first, if you think about food, you need to define what is Netherlands food. And I mean, we have a lot of original Dutch food, but I forgot, in the 60s, a lot of those recipes have been, I don't want to say destroyed, but omitted or neglected. I think neglected is the right word. So a lot of dishes from the Netherlands right now, they're imported by all kinds of different countries. But the food, I mean the ingredients itself, I think are very good quality. But I mean the dishes, if you think about the dishes that people cook in the Netherlands, yeah, it's not as flavory. I mean the flavors and aromas are different than of course in Asia. And what I like about the Dutch food is the um, some snacks. Actually, I don't really super like them, but they're really connected to me to the Dutch culture, like the cheese, like the raw milk cheese. If you have never tried raw milk cheese, I definitely recommend that to you. Knee pads. Good question, Rob. Usually I had those knee pads, and when I was collecting them in Europe, but if you only collect like 1 kilo or 2 kilo, don't need it. You will just bend over and then just collect them. But you shouldn't do that for longer than, I would say, 15 to 20 minutes. Yes, feed raw milk cheese. And then you have this Gouda, not sure how you pronounce it in English, but Gouda. That's really delicious. But then again, it should be raw milk. No, I don't miss the food at all. But there are some specific foods that I like to buy if they would be here. Like what I mentioned, the raw milk cheese. Yeah, it's a kind of Gouda. But then the raw milk cheese, oh my God, that is so delicious. Because I think the difference between the raw milk and the other cheese is it's pasteurized. That means they're heated to a certain degree, Gouda, to a certain degree, and that means they will kill certain bacteria, which is good because those bacteria might be bad for you, especially if you're pregnant, as I remember. But usually, especially nowadays, we have such a super high food standards that the raw milk cheese is just very safe to eat. But again, if you want to be very safe, if you're pregnant, don't eat it. And a lot of countries don't allow the raw milk cheese from the Netherlands to be imported. So the only thing what you can do is illegally bring the cheese to another country. But if they will find you, and if they catch you, oh my God, it's like bringing the coronavirus from somewhere on this planet into a safe island like Taiwan. I mean, I assume you will definitely get a big penalty. Yeah, because those bacteria, if they're not killed and if they are harmful, they can be very harmful not only for the people, but more importantly for the environment. Hey, Ulti Kulti, welcome from the UK. So you're pretty late. I think it's about 2:30 a.m. Merry Christmas to you. So later I will try a prism or a HAPS or a periscope. I've not. I don't know what's the best. Maybe I should just do a periscope, huh? So I'm driving now in a car that has a navigation system. I think the disadvantage that is in English is that some of the characters, I mean, of the roads, they are all in English, so it's difficult to translate. Not difficult, I mean, it's more difficult. Yeah, Sophie, did you ask me about? Maybe I can press this button. Does that work? Present. Not sure if that option works. It sounds, of course, very corny, but the most of the time I miss family and friends when I'm in Taiwan or in the Netherlands. Doesn't matter. I don't have family in Taiwan, but yeah, that's the thing I miss the most. But from a food perspective, I miss the milk cheese. And in Taiwan, and if I'm in the Netherlands, I miss so much food from Taiwan. I think there's a kind of, in a positive way, it's kind of addictive, the food here. And the chou tofu, which is stinky tofu, of course, everybody, not everybody, but people who have been in Taiwan or know about people who are in Taiwan, they know about the stinky tofu. It really tastes so, yeah, different than all the things you have tried before. It's kind of stinky in the sense like cheese is stinky, but the texture and is a little bit spongy. Ah, I think also I like this question. Yeah, I was just thinking about the navigation system. So it's only 15 minutes, then arrive. And actually the clouds are getting more thin. I already see the sun on the left-hand side. You will pass, Dean, for the stinky tofu. I think if you stay here longer, you will understand why people like it. And the first 2 times, maybe you say, I will pass. But after drinking some beers, you feel like, oh, that's just, the beer usually lowers the barrier for, I don't want to say for everything, but especially if you think about trying some different kind of foods. And then you will understand, especially with the sauces, how amazing it is. I remember the first time I tried an oyster. I was so afraid. That my whole body said, no, you should not eat that. That is just not a living animal, because you just killed it just like 10 seconds beforehand. But yeah, the first 2 times you really feel your body is saying no to you, and because you feel that that kind of resistance against that food, it's more difficult to enjoy. But if you try it for a couple of times, you feel more like, okay, you feel less stressed, there's less resistance, and then you try it, and then you can also better taste it. And also same for the oysters, and also for all kinds of foods. And not yesterday, but the day before yesterday, by accident, I ordered some chicken bones, or actually it's cartilage. But there were chicken cartilage in kind of a kind of a pastry, kind of floury, and then it was in the fried, and actually it did look very good. But if you then chew on it, you feel like, oh my God, is this what is it? And I really feel like this is not something you can eat. Oh, by the way, this is Huko. So here is MJ. You can say hi to him. Yeah, yeah. So no, I lost what I was talking about the cartilage. Yeah, but then I just feel like okay, need to try it. And I remember the cartilage, the chicken cartilage, is also very famous in Japan. Actually, it was a Japanese restaurant, so I feel like it's okay. But the idea that you just have something in your mouth and then you chew on it, that you feel like it's not dissolving is not the right word, but it's yeah, it feels like it's not getting smaller in size. Uh, yeah, the chicken feet I also um, tried them here in Taiwan. You have different styles, but the style that is served mostly is the one. I would say it's called Hong Kong style. So these are the chicken feet in kind of soy mixture, and then yeah, so steamed. And I've tried it, but the part that I don't like is that you have all kinds of different bones, and that just makes it just annoying for me to eat. But on the other hand, I also understand that's also kind of the joy and the fun. But they're not definitely not my favorite. And if I'm in a party and people order that, yeah, one feed is okay or one food, but prefer that other people enjoy it. Yeah, yesterday I was at a harbor that actually is a quite famous harbor. I just checked some Google articles about it, and that harbor had U.S. big fat chicken, not chicken, oysters. They were so humongous, and I'm not sure how you eat it or how you will eat it. I would expect that those big oysters should not be eaten raw. I think it's more delicious to. Hey, props to you. See you. Thank you. I think those big oysters you need to probably try them in either on a barbecue or steamed. But I would guess there is a lot of meat in those big oysters. I'm not sure about the price. Oh, the sun. I didn't see the sun for about a week. It's interesting to see that the island of Taiwan is relatively small, but that there's still a big difference in the weather, and it's only 1 hour of driving. You know? It's probably like this local, what they call microclimate, similar with the wines, like in the Burgundy environment. You also have those micro climates. Yeah, I really feel that later I really have to do a prism scope or just a periscope because the quality of this stream is really subpar, or how you say that. It's like not up to my standards. But I wish also the people from the HAPS community can jump in and also can see that you can have all kinds of cool scopes, but yeah, you still need to have good quality in order to enjoy it. But that's my personal opinion. Yeah, so right now we in the city of Shinzu, and Shinzu is a famous. I think it's the most like wealthy part or city in Taiwan. Reason for that is probably because of the science park. And the Science Park has all kinds of famous companies, and the most famous one, I think, is TSMC and Honhai. But TSMC, maybe you don't know that company, but that's like the company that is working together with ASML to produce chips, like microchips with the 3 nanometer technology. And the 3 nanometer technology allows us right now, or allows them, or I have to say allows the whole community to produce even faster and the next generation chips, microchips for telephones, for Internet of Things devices. And it's amazing that 3 nanometer, it's so small, it's so unbelievable small. And I'm so proud of the scientists and the researchers that have been working on that field. And this is mainly activity from 2 countries, like Taiwan and the Netherlands. That shows again that if you want to create a great and awesome product, that you can do that in different cultures, different countries, and working together. It's wonderful. Yeah, and then of course that has a big impact on the whole industry, the local industry here. Yeah, it's completely dry here. Yeah, I'm not sure, Betty. You asked me about the question about the when basically would that chip be available? But I just read, I think this week or last week, that Apple signed the contract. But yeah, I don't know how fast it can be implemented. Probably it would be somewhere in that news article, but I would guess it would take about 1 year. They must have some really cool metaphors about how many lines or how many yeah, kilometer or length or whatever is put on that super small microchip. I also don't know how many layers they can produce at the moment, but it's just amazing. Yeah, so this is Shinzu. So I also worked here. Our partner is also here. Also used to live here at a what they call monthly apartment. The advantage of Shinju is that it was very close to our business partner, but yeah, Shinju is a little bit less adventurous, less connected to the Taipei area, but still has great food. I'm not sure, Betty, if the reason for the good deals are that deal here. Could be. I think they just want to push now the next generation technology, the 3 nanometer. I think it's 3 nanometer. It's just amazing. And they have this law, Moore's law, which means I think every year the speed of the chips will be doubled. And I'm not sure how that works right now, but it's everything still is improving. Not sure if you can see that, but on the left-hand side we have here big Buddha, a golden Buddha. I mean, I assume it's a Buddha. It's a Buddha family. I guess when the people from the HAPS team, if they have a broadcast, when you will enter a broadcast as a guest, maybe you can choose then, or it will automatically choose the landscape mode. You should try that. Yes, it's just got to choose. I'm sorry, Betty. I don't know what your message. Yes, it's just caught. Yes, I just caught. It's huge. Oh, by the way, the Apple, I think it's called MacBook or MacBook Air, but I think it's the MacBook. They also have a new chip. It's called their A1 chip, which is already available in some parts in the world, but not yet in Taiwan. But somebody told me that it's just such a big difference between the Intel chips that they're using right now and their own chips from Apple. And maybe that doesn't sound huge to you guys, but that Apple is producing their own chips now for their computer, basically saying goodbye to Intel, might also have a big impact. Yeah, Fides, you asked me about the question about the food culture. I think it's also interesting to just to think about again about the food, and I think that's also what I mentioned yesterday in the live stream, that people enjoy food so much here, and all the parties are involved with food. And I was thinking about drinking events with my friends in the Netherlands or in Europe in general, but usually it only involves drinking beer or wine or whiskey or whatever. Usually you don't have proper quality food with it. And when I tell people that here in Taiwan that if we have some get together and with friends in the evening, so after dinner, that we don't have anything to eat, basically, they feel like, huh? They can't believe that. Of course, we can buy some snacks. Usually, we will buy the snack afterwards. But in general, we won't combine the drinks with the food. And of course, you have those kind of finger foods. For example, in Spain, the tapas. Yeah, but to separate the food and the drinks is quite interesting. Maybe it's just inconvenient to prepare food and eat food while you're dancing in a bar or while you're just in a packed environment. And by the way, you can just make a lot of money by selling just beer. It's very fast. It's like I don't want to say cramped school, but it's more like a cramped bar. But that's not possible anymore. Yeah, so this drive is about half an hour. Then I will arrive at my strawberry field, and I expect to start another stream, a live stream. But I still haven't figured out whether I should do the periscope or should the prism. I think the big advantage of the prism is the quality. But I think oh, by the way, it's very dry here. Looks like it didn't rain for a couple of weeks. But the periscope, I like the interaction more with the audience. I also have my external microphone with me, so let's see what we can do with the collecting. I should have a cameraman with me. You think about it right now, or camera lady. But again, maybe it will be a big disappointment. There will be no strawberries, and they will say, "Yeah, you need to wait till January or whatever," or they will say, "Oh, we are closed." I just hope they um, they have some strawberries for me to collect. Actually, I'm in this HAPS mode right now, which means this HAPS broadcast mode using the studio, which means I can't see clearly what I'm streaming. That's one. Secondly, the comments are a little bit difficult to read for me. And thirdly, I can't see if somebody gives a super heart or any kind of award, whether it's a 10, 100,000 or whatever coins. So if you have given me coins or anything, thank you so much. Yeah, Prism is lagging with the comments, but also HAPS is lagging. From that point of view, this Periscope technology, which is already more than 5 years old, is still amazing. Yeah, and I like this faster interaction, Betty, because it's more like a Skype. It's more like you are there. You feel you're more connected to each other. And I mean, from a technology point of view, that is it's just possible. You're clueless. About the Prism, yeah, but Prism is not really like an app. The Prism is just a way to stream to Periscope. Yeah. I also had that, Dean, with the chat room. It's super annoying. And then you can see the comments, but it feels like you're, yeah, the chat room is disabled or something. So also the temperature is rising slowly. So we were leaving at around 16 degrees Celsius, and now I guess it would be already 21. This car doesn't have the feature, the inside and outside temperature sensor showing up on your dashboard feature. And I definitely need to look out for the options to have also some music. And that is cool with the Prism. You can also have some background music. Just select it, just press start. So I think the best platform is if you just pick the fruits from all those different platforms and combine them. I remember about 3 years or 4 years ago, I was in Philadelphia. Was then a customer, was a university, let me think about it, was not University of Pennsylvania, UPenn, but it was another one. Or maybe it was UPenn. Nah. And in the Philadelphia area, I remember that time I had to give a presentation about our technology. And I remember I put in a slide, and I don't remember the history so well, but to show that the Dutch people were also in the Philadelphia area, and some parts were actually Dutch. Imagine that, huh? That such a small country had so much power. And just imagine that at that time there were not so many people on this planet. I'm not sure if there was a university city life. It was I forgot. It was just very near to the city center, actually. But I was not at a university um, for study. I was presenting our company at that time. And I also read this morning that they finally have the no Brexit deal. Yeah, it's for me. It's like, of course, everybody would expect that would happen, and that there would be a kind of deal. And of course, you also would expect that both parties must show to uh, their own people that this is a good deal. Still interesting to know what the deal was that they didn't find out earlier. But probably that happens a lot. If you're in a time squeeze, you just have to yeah, negotiate to a good deal. So as you can see, we're just driving the highway now, and it's very fast and efficient. Um, but the traffic really can be brutal, especially during the weekends. Yeah, but I'm not sure which university it was. I really forgot. I need to check my files. I remember that I drove to Philadelphia, and I also had a stop in like a casino city or something like this, where there was a lot of casinos. Somebody told me that is fun to go, so I went there, and I thought, oh my god, it's really super boring. It was really nothing to do for me, at least. But of course, I'm not the kind of person that likes this kind of environment. I would expect it was more like a mini Las Vegas. But it was fun. It was good that it was near to the beach, so you could see the Atlantic Ocean. Atlantic City, exactly. Atlantic City. It's super beautiful, all those mountains, the far ends. Ah, it serves alcohol. Is that so special to serve 24/7 alcohol? But I can imagine for a certain kind of people, it is an interesting environment. I think if you are with friends and if you're go there, continue. So after the strawberry activity, I will go to have a lunch at a grass jelly shop. And the grass jelly shop, I went there already for 2 times right now. Yeah, 2 times. And I've never had this grass jelly before. I went to Japan or Asia in general, because for me that is also one of the things I really miss when I'm back in the Western world, this jelly kind of textures. I think in the Western world we have gelatin and we have the agar. Um, but the yes, this jelly kind of textures that they have here, like from the from the grass jelly, it's just really delicious. It's just delicious is maybe not the right word, but the mouth feel is really interesting because gelatin will dissolve slowly at in your mouth, like the 37 degrees Celsius, which is 100 degrees Fahrenheit. But the grass jelly stays still this jelly texture. So you also need to be careful that you need to chew on it, otherwise, I'm not sure if you die, but you need to be really much more careful. Like with the tapioca teeth pearls, you also need to take care that you need to chew on them before swallowing them. I'm not sure how many people get killed a year, maybe none. Yes, but those textures are really interesting. Yes, it's grass, like grass jelly in the yard, but it's not made of real grass from grass in the yard. There's a special plant that excretes this kind of, I think it's a sugar, but it's not a sugar in the sense it is sweet. It's just a chemical sugar. And that jellifies. And maybe I can make a picture on or like a small video of it so you can have an idea. And the funny thing is that it already has a natural flavor. Difficult to describe that flavor. It's a little bit herb. I think you would describe that as kind of herbal flavor, herbal aroma, although the aroma is not that strong because the jellification process makes sure that the aromas are more in the structure itself. They don't release so fast, so basically they release inside your mouth. No, I don't think it's a Spanish plant. Actually, I need to find out what is the. I think we should have Javins here. Javins is the grass jelly specialist, probably. Yeah, and what I think is cool that you can use it as a savory dish ingredient or as a sweet, like a dessert kind of dish. It looks like a bush. And if you look to I think first they will dry it, and then they just look very ugly and brown. And after the drying process, they will extract it, probably by just cooking it in water, and then filter it, and then you have the basic gel. Yeah. Maybe we should just plan a get together with Javins, MJ, and me, because John Sabo is in Vietnam. Yeah, maybe I should have a look at the grass jelly process, and I can talk you through it. But what I like about the grass jelly texture is usually you can eat it. Mostly it's cold. It's just an interesting feeling. Like what I said before, also the cartilage of the chicken. That's also an interesting texture. But for example, also squid, or even have you tried raw? I forgot. Is it raw squid? I think it's raw squid. Yeah, it's like white. That's also a very, very interesting taste, because with the raw squid, if you just take it in your mouth, it will slowly dissolve. Yeah, the plant is the jelly. There's a man on the floor. That would be a great title of the book. There's a man on the floor. The man on the floor. Yeah, yeah, squid raw or cooked or barbecued. But I also never liked the squid until I was in Tokyo in the Tsukiji Tsukiji fish market, which is the #1 like largest fish market in the whole world. Where I forgot how many of the fish in the whole world is being sold. This wholesale market. But if you have that kind of super good quality squid, then you will understand how delicious it is. Because other people say it's like a rubber band, blah blah blah, and like a fish taste. Absolutely no, 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 no. It's so super delicious. What I said, it just melts on your tongue, a little bit like butter, like real authentic butter. But then the butter, of course, is fat, but the, the squid is not fat. Hey, finally we leave the highway. Now we have to follow Miao Li. Pay attention here. And that's what I feel like. Yeah, if you think about food, that if you stay in a country, whether it's the US or America or here in Taiwan, if you don't explore different countries' food, you, I mean, it's of course it's up to you, but I'm really like a foodalist. I really love food, different textures, and I think it's such an amazing. Oh, I need to turn the ramp here to the left. It's just amazing that we are able, as people, just to take the local ingredients to create all kinds of foods. And what I think is cool is that whether it's, for example, in China, they have in the north of China they have more flour, and the south of China they have more rice. But if you look to the products that they will create with the flour, it's in a certain way similar to some of the products that we know in the Western world. And I mean, we in the Western world don't use the steam pot. That is something what I think is so interesting. That why on earth didn't we come up with the idea, or why don't we have the steam pot? and we have more in Europe. We have more, or in the Western world, we have more products that are that you put in an oven. Like bread is in an oven, pizza is an oven. Yeah, pizza is actually just a flat bread with some stuff on it. Huh? And yeah, and it's just such an interesting idea that a lot of ingredients might be the same basic, but because of the culture, they have different, way of cooking. But the pancake, basically the one with flour and water or milk or whatever liquid is available, that is cool to see. You have, you like a lot of countries or societies have some kind of pancake, whether it's with milk or with water. Of course, it does make it different. Like in India, they have those flour with a little bit of water. They fry them. Yeah, but it was great to. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it was for me also a great adventure. The food in the quarantine. Although I'm really happy that I'm not in the quarantine anymore. Although I was thinking about this when I was reading about the Kiwi person, the person from New Zealand, who didn't do the quarantine because he is a pilot. Is that the quarantine in a certain way also was kind of relaxed? For me, I need to think about, okay, what's the plan, what we have to do, have to run, what we have to think about eating, and absolutely not stressful, but you need to think about it in the quarantine. It's like your mommy takes care of you. Huh? Oh my God, such a beautiful mountains here on the left hand side. Unfortunately, you can't see them because I can't turn the camera right now, but you have to believe me. So 30 minutes, 30 minutes. Now we arrive at the strawberry field. And what I will do then is stop the stream. We'll have a chat with the boss to talk about the strawberries, like uh, just to understand what's the deal. Yeah, but we are still on the highway, Betty, right now, so I cannot really slow down. But it's a really, you have to believe me, it's just a really beautiful environment. And then I will start another stream. And probably I will do that on Periscope. But you can't push Periscope streams to apps. Oh, so that means, yeah, I will. It's like a farmer's talk. Exactly, Betty. Farmer's talk, like we like from the strawberry business. How are the strawberries doing this year, my friend? How is the soil? Any rain? Yeah. So what time? So I would expect there will be in about half an hour. Yeah, about half an hour. Half an hour to 45 minutes. I will start. Oh, by accident, I didn't set the real location for the strawberry. Oh yeah. Slow down your pace. Yeah. Yeah. It would be great live to have you also on the Periscope. I'm not sure if MJ ever went to this strawberry fields. Probably yes, because it's quite near to his house and quite popular region. Oh my God, this is such a beautiful environment with the rice fields on the plains, and then followed by the hills, mountains. Not sure what's the difference between a mountain and a hill, or when a hill becomes a mountain, or the other way around. Okay, buddy. Yeah. It's getting late. It's getting late. I'm actually not sure because if it's 10, 9, 9 p.m. Christmas Eve. I'm happy that I can take you with me to all the lands in Taiwan and to Japan with our friends. Don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like, and don't give me that look. I need to go straight to catch the green light in front of me. La, da, 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 da. She's in Philadelphia, Betty. Oh, where are you going to? I thought the flights were, I don't want to say everything was cancelled, but I would expect more flights would be cancelled in order to combat the virus. You like that, Patty? I like to have a kind of song and just mix up some random sentences and words. I like it. Can you see the clouds? They are in front of us and they are smiling up to us. And we are driving to the strawberry fields for me and you. Maybe we should have a karaoke. We can fly within the states. Ah, within the states. So if you can fly within the states, that means you can also spread within the states. Learn you do. Processing is improved. I don't think so. I don't think so, buddy. But thanks for the compliment. Maybe because of the HAP's low voice quality, it might feel it's an improvement. Oh, by the way, I see in front of me, a little bit to the left, you can't see that unfortunately, you can see the mountains and there's like a carpet of clouds on top of that mountain. Oh my God, I love that so much. Maybe if you live in Taiwan for about 5 or 10 years, you get annoyed and bored by it, but for me, it's still amazing. I'm not sure if you can see that. I hope, I wish. Yeah, if we can't sing, sorry, if we can't play the music because of the YouTube rules, we always can sing, huh? Unless it's too good, because then you will get the penalty from them again, huh? Because they think it's the real singer. And see the mountains? I think we will take a curve right now, a little bit to the right, so maybe you will see them. 1, 2, oh. Yes, 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 yes. Can you see them? Oh, beautiful. As I said, as a curtain. Or how do you call it? A curtain or a blanket? I think a blanket is a better word, huh? Or a layer. It really makes me feel so happy to see the nature. A lot of people like the city environment. Me too. But I prefer to combine the nature with this beautiful environment. Sorry, with the city. That's the part I really missed when I was in New York City. Actually, in Manhattan. I mean, really in the city. It's great to be there to have that environment of the city. You can go to national parks, but I really miss this mountain environment. Yeah, the other two. So we have a tunnel right now in front of us, and then I think almost at the Strawberry Lane, Strawberry Road, and then I need to find the right location. Yeah, but if you think about New York City, I mean, I really like the city environment, but it's also pretty dense. I mean, intense. I think intense is the right word. Intense. Oh, beautiful. And of course, you can, what I said, go to a park, but to be just in nature like this with the mountains, for me, it's such a relaxing environment. You can go to Coney Island. Did you know that Coney Island, the word Coney means bunny? It's actually from the Dutch word konijn. Konijn means bunny.
500 meters. Slight left.
So actually it's Konijn Island. But the Americans did just change the word to Coney. Coney. Coney.
Right left.
Coney.
Then turn left.
I think. Yeah. This is the right road. I remember this one. I really do remember this road.
Your destination will be on the left.
And now the question is, where is my strawberry field? Because I know there are not all the strawberries are there to be collected by the customer. Oh, I see them! I see them! I already get excited. So I need to prepare for the. So as you could see, or maybe you couldn't see, these are all strawberries farmers. So 1, 2, 3, and so these are on the right-hand side. They are not in the full ground. I will go to a one that are in the full ground. But again, I will stop the scope or the. I will stop the stream and we'll restart after the farmer's talk. I like that, Patty. After the farmer's talk. Yeah, all farmers. Yeah, and they're really collecting. And interesting, in the Netherlands, we have mostly the strawberries are collected by high school kids, like when I also was at high school, and by people from Eastern Europe. And here in Taiwan, usually there are old relatively old people, retired. Usually they're 60, 70 years old, collecting them. Yeah, buddy, thank you so much for joining. Also live, thank you so much. Thank you also for the support. Oh, yes, I love to see them and smell that. If you smell the strawberries. Oh, by the way, when I was collecting strawberries, I eat so much of them sometimes. If you, just maybe not a nice story, but if you fart after eating so much strawberries, it really smells delicious. It's like a strawberry fart. You have to believe me. But usually that only happens if you eat about 2 or 3 pounds. Sometimes I just didn't have a breakfast or lunch, just only eat the strawberries. Yeah. I'm going to stop here. And I just want to thank you again. And I wish you a great day. Let me just pull over here. And then have the end shot like this. Thank you. Bye bye. Bye bye.